This is glove. This whole thing's glove.
Is somebody gonna start talking?
This
Damn.
is the dumbest
Hello,
thing
welcome
I've
to
ever done.
Shrimp Hours Presents.
I thought I was the
My
host.
name is Big Dick Ben, and this is episode 45.
Yes.
You didn't even like
Watch Ben
research.
be out of frame.
We
when
did
get
look
the
it up.
final render.
45.
Are you guys even in frame?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in
I got a wide ass lens. It's perfectly in frame.
So I'm Ben, the Ben Crazy. We got Caleb here. We got Rusty in the middle. We got Slap Shoes, and we got Cody on your right hand side. And
Restart the fucking show.
nope, this is how it's going to go.
No, we're doing
And
it. We're
there's-
doing it.
yep.
We're doing it live.
And there is no editing whatsoever. Ain't that right, DT? No editing in this one.
Oh my god.
Say a slur, Rusty.
Oh my god.
Fucking fart boy over here.
My fault. I might have had a hog platter.
These things happen.
All right.
We'll get to the hog platter soon enough, but
That's
first we're going to
like our
talk
first
about NASCAR sucks.
No, no.
No?
We got to talk about Hickory first.
All right,
Hickory rat behavior.
All right. So what? This was after the truck race at North Wilkesboro.
Saturday.
Yes, on Saturday.
This is before.
This is after the truck race.
No, this is before a truck race. We got to talk about beer on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, beer and ceiling.
Beer on the ceiling and bloomin' onions. So the first thing I want to do, I was like, there's like an Outback like right up the road from my hotel. I'm like, I want a bloomin' onion. Let's go get a bloomin' onion. And I fucking get one, and I'm putting it on the salad. I'm putting it on the burger. I'm eating so much bloomin' onion by myself. By myself, I can't even get to the burger. And then 7 a.m. the next morning, I got my whole ass burger in the to-go box. A bunch of bloomin' onion in there. Put it all on the burger. Eat it right there at 7 a.m. That hotel room was smelling right.
He leaves out the part too, where he wakes us fucking up at 7 in the morning by like turning on the lights, blaring alarms. Like,
Well, we had agreed to get up.
no,
by
we did
7:30.
not agree to
Yes,
get up at
yes,
7:30. We
did.
said we were sleeping into like 11 because checkout was at noon.
No, checkout was at 10, we thought, and then it turned out to be noon.
Dude, your revisionist history is just not going to stand.
No, that's how America rolls. All right, that's how we do it.
So if we're going to start this way, why don't we just go in order with what we dealt with on our trips? So that was the first thing is Slap on the Outback and completely destroyed the hotel.
It destroyed the local ecosystem.
Talk about how you got beer on the wall or on the ceiling.
Ceiling.
Yeah.
So I grabbed like a Yingling can, and Caleb had said something to piss me off.
I said I was going to eat his burger.
Yeah.
So there was a looming threat of us eating the.
Yeah, you guys were
burger.
gonna like say. You guys are saying like we're gonna wake up at like 1 a.m. eat your burger. You're not. That's one thing.
Well, he was falling asleep in the bed. We're like, bro, we're gonna eat your burger if you go to bed.
Yeah, so that's one reason why I woke up at 7 o'clock. But I just Caleb said something that pissed me off, and I was like, I hope this explodes in your face as I open up this Yingling. As soon as I go, he like looks at it, he goes, ugh, and then like launches it. It falls on the ground. Geyser of beer goes straight up into the ceiling.
And Slap didn't like do anything to stop it either. He was just like holding it like the fucking Ark of the Covenant
No,
was
I
open.
like
Just
pick it
fucking
up, it's
beer.
still spewing, and I'm like figuring out like what the fuck do I do with this? So I eventually take it over to the bathroom and just like pour it all out.
All on the carpet, all on the ceiling.
Yeah.
All over my bed, all over like my clothes.
Good.
It was
That's
a
what you get,
yeah.
you stupid bastard.
Geyser.
It was an easy 6-foot vertical shot to the ceiling.
Oh, I
No,
saw the
that,
pictures.
that hit the ground, so that when it
Oh
went
yeah.
up like that, so that was like at least 8 feet.
So Rusty was in Discord. This is before I got over there, and I was in Discord. Rusty was on an iPad, and he just turned it right at the exact time that Caleb slapped the beer, and I saw the geyser shoot up into the air, and just see it drip on his bed and on his on the carpet. It was fucking.
Yeah, so
Something.
we immediately needed to we figured out stuff to do because this hotel room just we were not going to survive in that hotel room for another 12 hours. So we started up looking up restaurants near us. So the first restaurant that was near us was Carrabba's, but since Slap really wanted Carrabba's for the garlic bread.
Yeah, I wanted garlic bread.
But he had fallen asleep in the bed, and by the time we were getting our asses up, Slap was just
Carrabba's closes at 9 or some shit. Like it's super
yeah, it's
early.
9:30.
So I got a little bit of a power nap. We rallied, and at 11 o'clock, we're it's time to go to Iron Thunder, baby.
Yeah, so we find this place called Iron Thunder Saloon, and I think Ben even recommended it to us.
Yeah, it's on Hotel Alley in Hickory. Hickory's where we stayed at for North Wilkesboro and everything.
Yeah, so we heard good things about Iron Thunder, and we walk in there, and it's like, what time was it? Like 11.
Oh, the Hurricanes game was going on too. It was like in triple overtime.
Yeah, the quadruple overtime Hurricanes game was on, and we go into Iron Thunder, and what the fuck?
Cat.
I was a kid.
That was definitely a child. Anyway,
a sick cat out there.
so yeah, we go into Iron Thunder. Did you both get Guinnesses like first time out? What did y'all get?
I got an Irish car bomb.
Yeah, well,
What is that again? That's where you shot a Jameson into a Guinness?
No, it's a shot of, it's like half a shot of Jameson, half a shot of Bailey's Irish Cream.
Okay.
In the same shot glass. And then you drop that into half full pint of Guinness.
Okay.
And then chug it.
So I was mostly right.
Yeah.
Aside from the Baileys. Okay.
Bailey's what makes it creamy.
So all my days were running together, but now it's just clicking in my brain now. You got the car bomb,
Yeah.
and then we had to order from the late night menu.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And while we were sizing that thing up, we're like, oh, we got this thing figured out. I think he got like cheesy fries. I got nachos.
6
he
wings.
Got,
yeah.
And he got chili cheese fries. And
Oh my God.
you slap an eye.
The chili.
The second we touched the chili, we looked at each other.
Dude, there were meatballs in the chili. There's too much meat in the chili, bro. It was bad. It wasn't bad. It was just like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to get
Tons
through
of
this.
meat.
And then like a massive plate of like chili cheese fries was like $5.
Yeah.
And I was expecting like something like half or a quarter of that much for $5 in this economy, but no. Like if one good thing I got to say about Iron Thunder is like
Portions.
the portions that you get for that amount of money today are like that's like 90s level type of stuff. It's like you go back in time.
It was
because they have all the Dale Jr. and Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, it was
like
very
Miller and
90s
Bud
aesthetic
stuff.
going on.
Yeah, all this like early 2000s type stuff.
No Bud Light though.
No.
No Bud Light though.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they have a sign on the.
They're like, we're not gonna be serving.
Maybe I can
Bud
get
Light
DT to
anymore.
edit it and
You
post.
can get Budweiser, you can get Busch, but you can't get fucking Bud
You
Light.
can get Coors Light.
Why not?
Because they did a 30-second ad read with a transgender person on TikTok, and apparently that's enough to like get half the rednecks in the United States of America pissed off enough that they're just going to go off on the warpath.
That's stupid.
Because a trans person exists and got a one-off can with their face on it that you can't buy in stores. It's not promotional material anywhere. It was literally a 30-second TikTok read.
Yeah.
The stupidest, most... I'm going to say a slur. I'm going to stop.
So, when you guys were at Iron Thunder, did that hockey game go into overtime?
Multiple overtime.
Yeah.
I went to quadruple overtime. At that point, I'm just like... I'm calling it now. Turn off the TV. Throw the remote across the room into a dark corner. Everybody go to sleep. I'm done with it.
Well, so we were there, and they had like a goal, I think, in overtime one. We're like, all right, it's over. Let's get the check.
Oh, yeah.
But then they reversed it.
Yeah, they reviewed it. It was interference.
Yeah, and then they ended up closing the bar like after the second or third OT. Then we went back, and Slap was pissed.
I was pissed. Because I thought NHL went to like two overtimes and then went to a shootout.
This
They're
whole
like,
time.
No,
yeah.
it's
Not in
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs.
We can't do that. We can't do that in the playoffs. Like, why the fuck not?
You guys were at a bar watching that game?
Dude, yes. So like the entire time. So I'm a very
Stupidest overtime rules in
casual
professional sports.
hockey watcher. And like the only
mic's
time I've
picking that
ever
up a
watched
lot, by
hockey
the way.
was the 2017 finals when the Predators played the Penguins. And so like outside of that, I've literally never watched a hockey game before. So I have Slap in my ear just feeding me fucking misinformation about
tons of
overtime.
misinformation.
Yeah, I'm just like, there's going to be a shootout, right? And then it's just like,
Yeah, no, we
we're
go
going
into
for
third
a fourth
overtime.
overtime. And the fucking overtime rules are like 15 minutes of downtime to get the Zamboni out there to make the
Yeah.
ice playable. And then a full 20-minute extra period.
Yes.
It should be 10 minutes, one period. If you can't figure it out by that point, we're going to shootout.
No, it's playoffs, baby.
No,
Playoffs?
the World Cup. 1 billion people watching it. If you can't figure that out in 30 minutes of extra time, you go to fucking penalty kicks.
Kicks.
So
Yeah, he's talking about World Cup.
So that was
Yeah, World Cup.
So that was
Bring kicks
Thursday.
to hockey.
Right.
I think penalty kicks should be the way we solve everything, because penalty kicks in soccer have nothing to do with soccer. I think every overtime in every sport should just be penalty kicks. It's like the human universal thing. Like, oh, we're going to overtime in the NBA after one extra quarter or one extra period or whatever. All right, bring up the goals, penalty kicks.
It's pretty based.
If we go into overtime in NASCAR, we're like, all right, everybody out of your cars, penalty kicks.
Yeah. All right, so that was your Thursday. Friday, I was driving up, so I was taking a 7-hour drive from Ohio down to
14-hour drive.
down to Hickory. What were you guys doing during that time?
Oh yeah,
We went back
to Iron Thunder for.
Yeah, so we had like 3 hours of downtime between hotels because we switched up hotels. We booked like one at the Marriott or some shit like at the last second.
Yep.
And then Ben had booked one, so we were like, in between hotels for 3 hours. We just sat at the Iron Thunder Saloon.
And I got a voice message from Caleb saying, "Hey, we're at the Iron Thunder, bitch. You better get your ass over here." And it's like I can't listen to this because I'm driving. So I get there. We get our hotel.
Yeah, we go into the hotel.
Now at the hotel, and we're not going to name the hotel because it's actually pretty nice, except for this one issue that we had. But I did.
Tissue issue.
Yeah, I did the
Tissue issue.
Yeah, Ben did his 10-point hotel inspection.
I do an inspection just to make sure the sheets are clean and everything, and they look fine for me. So we all move into the hotel, unpack, get everything situated, and I think it was like 30 minutes later, Caleb realized that there was like used tissues in the bed sheets.
In between,
Dude, and that not only like used, so they were like super crumpled up, but they were like just like drops of like brown from where it was like discolored blood on it. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was bad. And this is the first time I've ever had like a bad experience at this hotel. So went down, and this is where the Big Dick Ben lore starts.
Yeah,
go ahead, toot your own horn.
Yeah, like we've entered a new era of Ben where like Ben, every time I've ever hung out with him in person, like he's just chill and cool. And then, like, for the past, like, 4 days, it's just been hell. Because he's been, like, controlling all of us and all of our lives.
Dude, he came into this Airbnb, first thing he did was walk into my bedroom and take my bed away from me.
Yeah, literally, like, he drops his stuff down. He's like, where am I staying? And everybody's like, we got, like, a few, like, blow-up air mattresses. And you're like, I'm taking Slap's bed. And he's like,
yeah, that's mine.
Drops his big.
Thankfully, it was hot enough in the upper portion of his house that Ben didn't want to, like, sit there. And I told him, like, oh, yeah, I woke up and I pulled my own sweat this morning, so you probably don't want that. That was enough to...
Yeah, so I have my stuff in Slap's, let me say this, master bedroom with a king-size bed that he's going to sleep on his own.
Oh, I gotta get something. I got somebody with me.
Oh yeah. But we haven't got to we can't skip around, so...
I just want the audience to know Caleb walked behind camera just so he could shart himself. That's breaking the fourth wall.
Right.
We got we're gonna skip ahead in time a little bit, but we went to a bowling alley and got a pizza today, and it's just been wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
Buckers has been with me.
Half-size Buckers.
Yeah.
So, anyways, going back to Friday, we got these used tissues in the bed.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs, tell them what the situation is, and they give me two options: either have a cleaning lady there, or they'll give me sheets because the cleaning persons don't come until the morning of the next day, or we could get a new hotel room. So. Of course, I chose a new hotel room.
Yeah, he big dicked them into the...
Yeah, okay, and so this is where the lore really starts, is where, he comes up and just tells us, like, okay, new room, and we were like, okay, whatever. So we get in the new room, and, again, back to the lore of the bloomin' onion, how that room smelled, we didn't want to deal with that for a second night in a row, so we were like, all right, we're just going to go over to the other room, we're going to do our thing, we're going to come back and have, a fresh, clean room. And while we literally have just finished unpacking, and Ben picks up the phone dials up the front desk.
No.
And it's
What you're missing is you guys had 15 minutes of you guys laying in bed.
15 minutes.
Dude, no.
Slap did his thing and used the
See how he's
bathroom in the
gaslighting
other
all of us
hotel.
right now?
The first room that we stayed in, like they were like, "Oh, let's move and everything." So I was like, "Well, I gotta take a shit," so I'm gonna like bomb the first porcelain palace because we don't have to deal with it.
The porcelain.
Yeah, so Slap did that, and then I asked everyone, "All right, anyone else need to
No,
use the
there was
bathroom?"
no.
And they're just left laying
There
there.
was no asking.
I corroborate that.
No.
I said I
You
was
guys were being stupid.
No, he
laying
picks
in
up the
bed.
fucking phone. Not only does he pick it up, but he dials the front office and just like, he's like, hey, what's up? Can you just like cut those cards now?
and deactivate.
Yeah, just like go ahead, deactivate them. Like I'm telling you how to do your fucking job, lady.
No, the lady said that to call her back when you guys are out of the room. So that's why I called the front desk.
And it's not even like he wasn't like polite or anything. He was just like, hey, bitch, just fucking
No.
deactivate the card.
That's not what happened.
No, his exact words were, "You can deactivate that card now. Thank you."
Yeah.
And then,
Yep, thank you.
But no, it's the way he said it, where he
It was
said
the
you
way he
can deactivate the
he-
card. Like they needed his permission to deactivate it.
Technically, they do, but
So ever since then, it's been a living hell.
So
it's been
All right,
the smallest
so-
member among us is running the show.
we're like subtly aware of this new character arc for Ben, and we decided to explore it a little further. For the third time in 24 hours, we went back to Iron Thunder.
Yep.
And that was Friday night. So Slap was tired of Iron Thunder at this point. We've had too much Iron Thunder for him.
This will be the third time that they're gone.
Yeah, so this is Ben's first time there. Me and Rusty are there, and
Third time in like 20 hours.
this dude has like set up this karaoke station.
Oh my god, I forgot about it.
And he is playing just like the most god awful shitty music you've ever heard. Like I'll send a recording in there, but it was literally like Down with the Sickness by Disturbed with like Taylor Swift instrumental.
It was like a mashup of like
Yeah, it
weird
was
music.
bad.
And Ben was getting pissed.
And
I was.
Yeah, Ben was like,
Well, the first thing is that I chose a bad seat. It was right in front of where this DJ set up.
big ass speaker too.
If the
Yeah.
music was good, it would have been an okay spot.
Yeah, but it was loud. It was awful music. So
I made the best decision by staying in the hotel
Yes,
and
you
just
did.
watching Heat Celtics.
Yeah. So we moved to a different table.
That's all you were doing.
That was the only thing I did.
So we moved to a different table, got our food, watched some basketball.
No, the game started and then we got ghosted.
No.
No,
We'll get to that part.
we'll get
Okay,
there.
so we get our food after moving tables. Rusty has he's figured out that this place has like a Guinness niche, and
And
he
this
just loves
waiter
it.
has waited on you guys.
Yeah, so
Twice,
she
twice,
knows us.
Yeah,
She
so,
knows
so
us.
yeah, so earlier we had Samantha was our waiter, and then
Samantha.
yeah.
Oh,
so
you got our first name. You calling her by our first
all right,
name?
all right.
slut?
We had a waiter that she got off, and we were there in our 3-hour period. So she came over and was like, "Hey, if y'all need anything, just let us know." And we were like, "Yeah, give us the check."
Well, we bought a couple more drinks and got the check. Yeah.
So we come back and she's our waiter again. For me, Ben, and Rusty, and
Not Samantha. This is not.
Yeah, no, not Samantha.
Different waiter.
But we're there, we're eating, and I think it was 8:04. I ordered a chicken quesadilla, and I got that like 10 minutes later. Vibes are at an all-time high right now. Like karaoke's
dude.
going, and me and Rusty,
Those two were going off.
We were-
like getting ready to do some
like
karaoke.
we were literally like
Is that where
karaoke
the
was.
karaoke
Dude,
might have
we were
started?
Yeah.
we were getting ready to sing karaoke together. We were
So,
trying to
so
find
we were
the
we were
song.
trying to find a song, and literally both of us at the same time connected on "In the End"
Yeah.
by Linkin Park,
Yes.
and then literally like.
That's
like
where
we
it
were,
started.
1 minute later.
No, we were literally about
We
to
were-
go stand
yes.
up, and the speakers start playing like the piano
Yeah, it
riffs,
was like,
and me and Rusty just stare at each other, and we were like, "Do we gotta like steal this mic right now?"
Yeah, it was instantly after we said "in the end."
Yeah,
We might have to include in editing Slap's video of you guys doing that from upstairs.
Yeah, so vibes are at an all-time high. Like
Yeah.
we are about to go do karaoke. Like In the End is like the best time of our life. And
So we started ad-libbing it.
yeah,
during the day.
we were just doing it at our table, and we're like, damn, like
we would have killed it.
we're about to go find a new
Yeah.
song, anything, and Rusty's feeling a little bit parched after all the singing, and our waiter is just nowhere to be found. Like she's just nowhere. And it's been like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I think, since she's come by and checked on our table.
Or at least it felt that way.
No,
No, I
the
think it was-
basketball game started, dude.
No, yeah, because it was literally like, I think it was, because I remember looking up at the clock and it was 8:14 when I got my quesadilla, and
Okay.
I think we didn't see any service until like 8:40 something. So then Rusty's like pissed and thirsty, so he goes up to the bar area, and I'll let you tell it.
Well, I mean, they're a busy place. I just couldn't get a drink for the life of me. Nobody would even look at me. I got ghosted. Essentially, I was ghosted.
Yeah, and like, he's not exaggerating at all. Like, I'll corroborate that the bartender, like, it was like a weird thing where like, Rusty was like just standing there like yo, let me get a drink.
They were
and-
serving other people, but they looked
Yeah,
at
they're
me
going
and
around you.
ghosted me. Yeah, which I understand. I get it.
Maybe it's because they all realize that Lincoln Park
And then-
is stupid.
and then- So we finally we're like, did our waiter just like leave? Like, do we just leave? What do we do here? And damn.
Yeah, did it go to Cody's infamous screen right there?
I'm just
Well,
continuous.
long story short, we eventually get the check, and then we like left ghosted.
Yeah, it took like an hour for Rusty to get a Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And then-
I walk up to the waitress when we finally realize she exists again, and then.
Well, she was busy. She had a long day.
No. She had a long day, and I think part of the problem too, to be super fair to her, is that we had moved out of her zone.
Yeah.
Because of the shitty music. So
So-
all in all, it's the shitty music.
Yeah, we went from like
Yeah.
an all-time high to rock bottom, and I vouched to never go back
yeah, we were
until-
done with Iron Thunder.
until
done.
Saturday night.
But we'll get there. we get there. So
Yeah,
that's-
so I'll include the video too, but we have like a group chat, and we've been fuck Iron Thunder since that day.
Since
yeah,
they
we
ghosted
we
us,
had
yeah.
a picture in our group chat of like Iron Thunder, and it had a red X around it.
crossed out.
Yep, all crossed out. So
Yeah.
Saturday morning, wake up around 9 and make our way over to North Wilkesboro.
North Wilkesboro.
North Wilkesboro. Slap is with us, but this is pretty much his last day with us at the hotel. He has an Airbnb with the group of guys.
The podcast boys.
Yup. But
NASCAR Weekly Podcast.
yep. So he goes in his own car. Me, Rusty,
By the
and
way, their Airbnb, that's a whole other thing. We'll get to that at the end of the
okay. Me, Caleb, and Rusty. We go up separately. We were working with Slap because Slap left early, so he was giving me pointers like where
Yeah,
to
you
park.
came in clutch.
Yeah, he came in
Yeah.
clutch and told us
Yeah,
where
dude,
to park.
because there's like no signs. Like most racetracks, there's like,
Yeah,
oh,
there's
Charlotte
nothing.
Motor Speedway here, Bruton Smith Boulevard, Lot A, this big sign and all this. You go up to North Wilkesboro, and like you would not know there was a racetrack there until you got onto Speedway Drive.
Yeah,
Even then, you'd be like, oh, there must have been like some racetrack here long ago. But then like you turn a corner, and like all the trees go away, and the hill goes down, and there's a racetrack.
Yeah,
like
it-
out in the middle of the foothills.
It's super weird because I'll backtrack a little bit. So I was out at the track. I first got there Monday. We left Monday with my team, and
This was the week before when you were doing late model
yeah.
stuff.
So this is like late model. We're like unloading the hauler, getting everybody in, and there's 80 dudes trying to get in here. By the way, between both series, so there's
for
no
the
room
Cars
at all.
series.
Yeah, Cars Tour. And we got there at like I think 3 o'clock, and we're just completely lost because there's no signage or anything around the track. So we ended up like pulling around the front stretch, and again we're just like completely lost for like it was like 15 minutes, and then we finally figure out where we're supposed to be. And it's super weird because with all the investments I think they've made in the actual facility of that track, there has been nothing to do anything for the infrastructure around it. So like maybe
All
if
things considered, though, I didn't think traffic was that bad.
No,
It
traffic was
way
probably
better, yes.
yeah.
the
Dude, I
best.
thought traffic in Atlanta was so much fucking worse.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that too is there was only like they didn't even announce a sellout for Cup, and I think it's 30,000, so there were probably like 26,000 people there.
Yeah, I've been
Which is, like, not a
28,000.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, going back to Saturday, we leave around 9. We get to Wilkesboro about an hour later. We get our NASCAR credentials. We stop at the IGA there to pee. And that was
Yeah, the credential hauler is right next to like a random grocery store.
yeah.
That's on Speedway Drive.
And then those are where the tents are as well. If you
yeah,
want to
the
get like
independent vendors.
yeah, your bootleg merch and all that.
Yeah,
I got a sun drop hat from there.
is that where you got that from? That was actually a really
Yeah.
sick hat. I enjoyed that.
But this kind of skipping ahead to Sunday, but the credential hauler, you cannot get your credentials until noon. You can't get inside the track until 1:30.
Yeah, that was on Sunday.
I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, and
a
lot of that schedule, too-
Why the staggered time?
Mhm.
Like,
yeah, I
didn't even
think a lot of that was weird too because
parking
I mean,
lots don't open till 11. You can't get your credentials till 12, and you can't get into the track until 1:30. Like,
Yeah,
why?
and I mean to be fair on that, I mean a lot of cup races usually are like 2:00, 3:00 at the latest. So I mean people are used to like being there like 9 and 10. But the All-Star, the Open didn't start till like 5 something.
Yeah.
So I understand why it was later.
It's one thing if you're an animal like us, but imagine being like a media member. You want to get there early. Like I get to dirt tracks before noon.
No, I mean, I
I'm doing a
understand
hot
that
laps till
part.
6:30.
Yep.
But back to Saturday, yeah. I mean, like the credential hauler is next to like these random pop-up like vendor tents, and everybody at this point, because it's about an hour from Hickory to Wilkesboro, everybody has to piss inside the car. So it's either like a random porta potty next to these
It was
tents.
locked. It was locked.
Yeah, and then so we just saw the grocery store and we were like, fuck it, like let's go in the grocery store. And I feel like we traversed all around the grocery store and couldn't find this bathroom, and so Ben had to go up and like talk to the cashier. And this is really where like the Big Dick Ben arc has started to form, because he's just like doing everything for us because we're like just fucking babies, I guess. And so yeah, she points out the bathroom to us, and then
The
we go.
employee bathroom.
Yeah, it's like an employee bathroom. You go through like the double doors that you would normally not
There's
be
an
able to go
unlocked dairy
through.
cooler like right across from it that I looked into.
Yeah, and then you go to the left and there's like a men's room and a women's room.
Damn.
I thought it was like one unisex.
She must have liked all the
Oh.
shrimps if she's showing you guys
If
the
you stopped
employee
at
bathroom.
the lumber place, like what is it, like Northern Hardwood or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they had like porta potties set up. They had like lights for their parking lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like $50, but like all the other places were like 30 or 40. So I mean, you know, extra
deep
10,
breaths.
$20 just for a place
I
to
just
use the
breathe that.
bathroom and have it lit up. And they said they had security cameras and stuff and all that because it's normally a business. But yeah, there's tons of places to park. There was we'll get into this, but the green and blue lots on Sunday, don't use those. Just roll up to somebody's house.
And I think those tickets were like $200,
Yeah.
$250
Yeah,
to park
yeah.
at the track.
Yeah, Slap came in clutch. He's like, dude, guys, just roll up. $25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarter mile, less than a quarter mile from
It was
the track.
so there's a path for everyone to walk up to the track, and our first parking spot on Saturday was right across there. It was $25. It was parking in some dude's backyard, pretty much, but it was nice and easy to get in, and we'll talk about how easy it was.
Did we
to get
tell
out.
the story about the bathroom though?
Oh yeah, we found out Ben likes to do number 2 without a door on it.
Yeah. So we get in there. We get in there. The men's room. So you open the door.
Just drops.
And it's
trout,
like a
no
urinal,
door.
and then there's a stall with a toilet, but there's no door.
Yeah,
on
there's
it.
no door on the stall.
And Ben had to go real bad. Just
Yeah, so
And
Rusty
this
and I.
is this is really just a one-person stall. Like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lock on it.
yeah.
But we all three go in there.
Yeah, all three of us go in there. Rusty and I really have to piss, and Ben is like big piss because there's not a stall, and he's like, I have to go so bad, and we're like, chill. So Rusty
Caleb
goes.
holds a jacket.
Yeah,
up.
I did. I held his jacket up. I was like, just like if it's that bad, just like drop trowel, go. Like we will. Like we're not looking. Like honor code. But
Caleb's a real one for that.
No, I was good. I waited for those two to finish. They got out. I locked the door, did my business,
Wait for the
Yeah,
finish.
speaking of doing business,
and we got out of there. So
Take your time, dude.
yeah, so that was the IGA bathroom
Dude, he's
experience.
farting all the time.
So we go like the half mile to where Slap pointed out a good parking spot, paid $25, parked it, walked across the street, and there was a track.
Yeah,
And,
right there.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, the Midway was really cool because like the main like drag over there, they got all the merch haulers in there. They got all the food vendors, like with Italian sausage is always my favorite, and they had that. And I think it was a Vietnamese couple was running that main food vendor where they had like nachos and Italian sausage and all that. And dude, their system was like on lock. You go up there and say, "I want Italian sausage with fries. Here's $15."
Yep.
10 seconds later, they hand it to you.
Yep.
Bristol could never.
Yeah, I was about to say Bristol could never. You could walk up to Bristol with $3 cash, exact cash,
For
in your
a bottle
hand,
of water.
For a bottle of water, it'd still take them 5 minutes to hand that.
Because I got
fucker
those
to you.
stupid like electronic iPad registers that it takes.
Yeah,
like
they're trying to keep up inventory on the like on the fly.
it's
or
so
whatever.
convoluted in bottlenecks rather than just an old school register. Like bop, bop, bop,
Yeah,
right
but
here's
that
your cash, right,
Vietnamese
here you
couple
go.
running that, dude, that food was great. I had the Italian sausage twice. It was grilled to perfection the first time. Second time I got it, the onions were a little bit
The onions were a little
raw, but I kind of like that because I get raw onions on like hot
Everything.
dogs and all that shit anyway.
But yeah, the
Bloomin'
experience.
Onion Part 2, Electric
Right.
Boogaloo. Yeah, so I didn't mind that too much, but the fries were hot and crispy, always fresh. It was amazing. You could just walk up there, I want this, and like they'd hustle you too. They'd be like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?"
Yeah.
Dude, you better have it ready as soon as you get up there. Have your money ready, put it up there. 10, 15 seconds later, they hand you the plate.
Now I will have to say, like, this is probably the best track experience I had.
Really?
At any like NASCAR track.
Like, are we on like concessions right now?
Well, I would say
Concessions,
for
the
everything.
main drag, all that type of
That's pretty
stuff.
Yeah. There was great like NASCAR had their own like retro
Yeah.
hauler where they were selling like
The
their
Winston Cup Museum.
Yeah,
They
we
had,
went to the Winston Cup Museum,
stuff,
which
yeah.
ended up being like 15 items, a bunch of pictures, and that was it. In this like,
But you
It
could
was
buy, you
Winston
could buy like
hauler.
the Winston Cup shirts with like the old logos.
Yes, and that is one. That was the only shirt I bought, and is the only shirt I bought because everything else that was North Wilkesboro was sold out.
Yes. Yeah.
On
There was-
Saturday.
They had lines, like, I can't even explain, like Dale Jr., Dale Sr. in their prime, backed up for Wilkesboro merch. Everything on the wall was sold out. Like you could have peeled the wallpaper off that trailer and people would have bought money, or paid money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were talking to people that went there Friday, and they were saying that shit was almost sold out.
Yeah,
when
how
they were
did-
there
Yeah,
Friday.
this is Saturday
Yeah.
morning shit.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
with the Wilkesboro logo on it was sold
It's
out.
gone.
Yeah, and had I known that, I mean, honestly, so, I mean, because they had merch hauler set up like Tuesday. I would have gone like Tuesday, Wednesday, if I would have known that all that was sold
I
out.
tried to get that Kyle Larson drip, but they sold
Dude, you
out.
should have
for
told
the
me you
first
wanted
time
it. I
ever.
would have bought it for you.
It was like Wilkesboro, like
At the Roadville, they sold out of Kyle Larson stuff because Kyle Larson had his own like little
I-
trailer.
yeah, I
at
I
the
need
Roadville,
one of those white
and I got the last
HendrickCars.com
see-through
hats.
backpack
what it
that
was.
he
Yep.
had.
it had the.
But they had to
patch
take
on
off the display model and like hand
right,
it to
that's
me.
the one that they.
And they
yeah.
knocked off $5. So I was like, all right, cool.
I've never seen merch hauler sell out before, and again, skipping forward a little bit, when we were walking after the All-Star race, like the trailer was literally like stripped dry of like everything. Like the wall was just
It looked
barren.
like it was looted.
Yeah. Like they were just selling like the NASCAR 75 shirts
That's all
that
they
no
had
one
left.
that no one was buying.
No.
But I will say another thing that really griped me was like there was so much cool merch there this weekend that was just. I feel like, again, for the audience that you're trying to cater to with like this like homegrown like North Wilkesboro audience was just like the price points on all of them were just like completely it was laughable how expensive some of this stuff was. Like they had a Jeff Gordon like rainbow jacket on sale, which was like what was it, like $200 bucks.
200.
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick, they had like special made the 29 die cast that he was running that weekend just for this race.
The 24.
124 was $250.
Yep.
Which is like I feel like 5 years ago, $250 for that
I think
shit.
it's still 124 being like 120, but yeah, damn, 250.
Yeah, and like
Shit.
it's like I wasn't gonna buy much, but I did have like I had my eye on like a little like Dale Jr. 164 Xfinity car because I collect Xfinity cars because I'm stupid, and
Next level.
yeah, and it was like $14.95 for like a 164 and shirts.
That's about right.
Like shirts and hats,
Sadly.
they were normal, I guess. They have bundles that it's like a shirt and a hat for $45 or something. But I mean, it was dumb because like you're there to cater to this audience that you've abandoned, and like you show up and like all merch is.
It just stopped recording, like literally right as I checked it. That's perfect timing.
The battery died.
That was perfect timing. It did, yeah. So let's check.
How is the battery dead already?
Don't you have like an external power?
There's no way to charge it while
It's dead.
Is there no way to charge it while
Yeah,
it's...
podcast is dead.
I'm willing to bet it.
I
hasn't
have
been
my
recorded the
DC
whole
thing. I
time.
didn't bring it with me.
Alright, we are back now, and we were at Wilkesboro merch.
It wouldn't be Shrimp Hours if the fucking recording didn't stop midway
It's Cody's
through.
camera. Every 30 minutes, it's gotta.
Yep, so I
Feed
got the
itself.
timer set. So anyways, we were talking about the merch. So
With how expensive it was?
I think we talked for another 20 minutes, so we don't know where to revert.
It was literally
back to.
4 minutes.
No,
Calm
okay,
down.
I got it. So, I was just complaining about like the merch hauler. You know, you've catered to this entire audience that's like directly around Wilkesboro, and that was another thing that was really interesting. Was like the demographic of fan there was not what I was expecting at all. Where it was just tons of like 65-year-old like fat old dudes, you know.
Very
well, it
local.
was the NASCAR demographic.
Very
Yeah,
local.
that's pretty.
Yeah, and
par
so
for the course.
again, they've like catered to this whole audience with this thing, and again for the area that North Wilkesboro is in, like I get it, like Chicago, if these prices are a thing, but for North Wilkesboro, it was literally like $200 for a retro Jeff Gordon jacket from the Throwback Hauler. And the 29, the Busch Light throwback that he was running like, exclusively for the All-Star race, which it was really cool that they had them ready and like ready to sell, but they were $250 each, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? And it just tons of merch like that where it was either like sold out or just way too fucking expensive to even consider buying.
Yeah, the Wilkesboro stuff, when we arrived at Saturday, most of the stuff was already sold out.
And I don't know if we got this, but you were talking about how the 124s are $250 fucking dollars for those die casts.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because they were like specially like air freighted in to make like time or something, but $250 for a 124 that's like mostly
That's insane.
dude, and it's not even like a good quality one like 20 years ago. It's like plastic chassis, fucking no trunk open, like $250 for that shit at the track.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yep. So anyways,
Concessions were dank though.
yep,
Yeah.
concessions were
The Italian
good.
sausage.
I ate 3 hot dogs on Saturday, and it promptly, you can look up the video on my Twitter, but I slept through like I think 40 laps of the truck race because I had hot dogs and sun.
The
directly.
sun also came out.
I
got
did,
the
yeah, I thought I was
basis.
gonna
it started
throw
off
up.
overcast and nice, and then the sun came out, and like we all got burned.
I think what we will have DT do, since we missed like video, is he'll just cut the black when the video cuts out, and that way we can at least still have the audio
We
there.
always do that too.
Yeah.
Nah.
That way we're not.
Don't make him.
missing
If he has to
anything.
do all that editing, we might as well kill the show.
DT.
Yeah, we're not editing shit.
I mean, the only reason we're here is because he offered to do said
Yeah, he
editing,
is
so
editing, so.
We were like, hey, the podcast is out. He's like, no, just record it and send me the video clips. I'll
Yeah.
edit it.
So DT, keep that audio, and we'll just
Is that
go
a
from there.
tornado siren?
No.
Oh yeah, we gotta get to shelter immediately. It's an F1 tornado.
Got
Dude.
strapped down, dude.
Yeah, dude, I will say, if a tornado hits us right now, we are like exposed fully and at the highest level of this building, so we are going to all fucking
We are in a
die.
frail wooden balcony on the second level. We will be yeeted immediately.
Yeah, DT's just like, why didn't I get any footage? And we're just like fucking impaled up here.
by 2x4s just going through our torso.
So we get through the concourse. We were able to get VIP passes, which was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
Shout out.
The issue is that you have to walk all the way around 3 and 4 on the outside of it. Get sandblasted by helicopters that are coming in.
My legs are still raw from that shit.
Yeah. And then we get to where the VIP thing, and this is on Saturday, and we have the Cup VIP badges, where there's also a Craftsman Truck Series one. So we get over there, and we're not able to get in.
It was just a slight delay. We eventually
Yeah.
got in though.
Yep, we were not able to get in, but like probably about 30 minutes. We were able to walk around, do all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
but then we were able to get in.
And a lot of that too, I think, again, is just
It depends on the security.
well that and like just how staggered the Cup Series schedule was. Where I mean, there were trucks on track that morning, but again, like our VIP passes they're not good to get in the truck garage. It's for the cup garage. So because the cup garage wasn't opening, and like even like crew guys weren't in the garage yet. So I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. But once we were able to get into the track,
so fucking cool.
oh, so cool.
And again, I mean, by Saturday I'd already explored around a little bit, so I knew where to show all the like cool spots to everybody.
Insider Caleb.
Yeah, right. But like Victory Lane was so fucking cool, and even like on Tuesday it wasn't as cool as it was on like Saturday and Sunday to see like all the like the Craftsman truck banners up in Victory Lane and then like the cup banners up there, and even just walking around Pit Road and seeing like NASCAR being back at this place was like holy shit. Now I'll say like I was one of the trolls back in the day who would like be like, yeah, we're turning this place into a fucking Walmart before it becomes a racetrack.
Camping World.
It's gonna be Texas.
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy that it's not a Walmart because it was so cool to walk around and be like on that racetrack.
Well, the coolest thing about in person is you can see the elevation change, especially
Yeah.
driving down to the one. And almost one looked like it was like angled
A pit.
towards one. Yeah, it was a pit. So turn one is super cool.
I gotta say though, it's kind of fucking hilarious. After all, this place has been closed for nearly 30 years. All this hype bringing it back. Kyle Larson comes back and dominates the race, and everyone's like, "This place is a shithole. That's why we shut. That's why we shut it down in the first place. Let's
Yeah,
demolish
the truck race was awesome. Had all this action going on.
Yeah,
but
the
then-
truck race was great.
Yeah, but then the Cup Series race is just not
Yeah,
a whole
and
lot
I
of
mean-
cars on track, and then the short track package is kind of. Yeah.
The open
Yeah.
was sick with McDowell when he
Oh, yeah.
when he body slammed Gibbs, and the whole crowd goes wild when they
Yeah.
come off turn 4.
Why do I feel like every year the Open's always more
Oh,
exciting?
it
than the
always
All-Star
is.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah,
there.
it is.
And I will say, like, the racing that everybody saw on Sunday night is a car issue because every other race, the truck race, all the late model races were just fucking bangers. Like nothing
I'll
but
even
bangers.
say like the heat races on Saturday after the truck race with the damp tires, that was better than the.
Well, we didn't
Main
quite
event.
watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
went to Hickory,
we're
yeah.
gonna get into that when y'all went back to Hickory.
Yeah,
But,
we saw rain on the radar. And we're like,
so
uh-oh.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
it
need
did
Big Dick
rain,
Dan to
and
tell
I
the
gotta
story.
say their little experiment with the damp tires worked because they were running laps that were faster than they did in the dry.
And there was like
on
legit
slicks
fall
in
off,
practice.
wasn't there? Like legit
On the rain
fall
tire?
off?
Yeah, there was some fall off, but it was amazing like how fast they could rip around there, you know, with damp tires, and they started coming down pretty good. But
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting little bit about their new damp tire, damp track setup. But that's not the main issue. Y'all went to Hickory, saw some real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we-
So it's after the truck race, and
Yeah, so because Slap was staying at the Airbnb, he was there for
It
the
was fine.
the heats. But Slap brought up that well, since we're staying at Hickory, there's Hickory racing going
Yeah,
on.
Landon Huffman's going to be racing in limiteds and late model
Yeah,
stocks.
doing the double
so,
duty.
Yeah, so we're looking at the radar. Wasn't looking good for
fuck?
North Wilkesboro heats. And plus, on top of that, with how the next gen cars were, I wasn't sure it was going to be a good product. So,
Well, we were going to also see the Cup cars the following day, so it's like, let's
Yeah.
Hickory with no chance of rain or Cup with some chance of rain for heats.
yep. So we decided to book it. We were only an hour away. We went back to our hotel, got prepared, and then went straight to Hickory. And Hickory was rushing through their
Just a kid.
because they were afraid of rain as well. So they were rushing through each race. I think we started with the streets, the street stocks, which were ripping around that thing.
Street stocks were ripping.
And then Landon ran his limited. He won that.
Dominated.
Yep, I
Fuck
think he
Don.
started fourth, and he passed the 3 cars and pretty much dominated.
And he said that chassis was from like 90 or like 96 or
Yeah.
something. Wow.
Yeah,
It was
Francis, I think was the name of that car.
Yep.
Basically reconstituted out of spare parts he had laying around the shop.
Yup. Had another race after that, and
Street
then
Fox.
Dude, and then we got
Yeah.
the truck race.
oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
trucks.
Don't talk about that yet. We got to talk about.
I'm
the
buying a
fucking
Flow
trucks.
subscription
Yeah, let's
just
talk
for the
about the
trucks at
trucks.
Hickory.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So like Rusty and I were kind of making jokes to each other because it was like the current trucks like suck. Like we need these fucking things.
Dude, they were ripping it sideways.
Yeah,
off every corner.
they throw the green flag, and these dudes, I swear to God, at Hickory Motor Speedway go like 240.
They were flying. They were digging way faster than the Camping World or whatever Craftsman.
Like it was too wide. The leaders are too wide.
Yeah, and like
the
not only
entire
was there like
race.
great racing with them like side by side, but like with how hard they were digging, like at the end of the run, like you would see the ass wiggle out of 4, and it was like me and Rusty were like, ugh,
And it was 3 trucks every lap, side by side by side.
and it ended in like a photo finish after they've run side by side
For
for
40
laps.
Yes.
Wilkesboro.
It was by far the best competition I saw all weekend. It was so hot.
Yep, that was worth it. And then after that was the infamous Lynn Huffman race.
Yeah, the late model stocks.
Where
And that race
Crom
was.
took him out.
No, we'll get to that. I mean, even before that, it was a pretty good race.
Oh, there was an incident right away where some guy got like smoked and there was a quick fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened. The dude who went on to win the race stalled it while they were pulling off pit road. They had to get the push truck and like delay the start by a lap, and then
Just short track things.
on the front stretch, because they didn't want to lap the field while everybody was waiting for this dude to get unstalled on pit lane. Everybody came to a stop, and the same dude that stopped his car, stalled it again on the front stretch. They had to get the truck back out, and everybody was like, "Holy shit! Who let this dude behind the wheel of a race car if he can't fucking get it out of fucking into first gear?"
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, but
What is that?
the racing was really good. We were watching Landon crawl up through the field. I think he started 12th, and by the
Yeah, he was making moves.
yeah, he got up to 4th, and every time he made a pass, me and Rusty and Ben were all like, "Oh my god!" Oh
He
my
was
god!
pretty good on the high
Oh
side.
my god.
Yeah. He was one of the only cars that were working that high side pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he was ripping. And then I'm sure everybody has seen the video by now, but leading up to that, Landon, it's 2 cars in front of him. Landon bumps the middle guy into another car, and I think that's the caution before actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they restack them, go again, and then it's Annabeth Barnes is in the lead, and Landon's right there behind her in 3rd, I think, restarting.
He's in the outside line. She's in the inside going on the backstretch. He gets squeezing the wall. You can see the slight contact on
Yeah,
the
he had to
video.
slow down
Yeah.
on the backstretch.
Yeah.
You could see that slight boop where he makes slight contact with the wall and has to get off the gas.
Yeah, and then either way, it's turn 3. Landon moves her up the track. And
Perfectly.
Does a bump.
Yeah, it does it
yeah.
perfectly.
was so
Doesn't
hot.
spin
It's
her
like-
out or anything.
Yeah,
She just gets
textbook
loose.
bump
It
and
was
run.
hot.
You make contact. I'm gonna make contact cleanly.
And she
makes
tries
the
to
pass
yank it left to
Yeah,
take out
to
Landon.
take him out and
Yeah.
just spins herself.
Yeah, spins herself out on the front stretch. So it's under yellow, and we're like, all right, well, we're around.
I'm doom scrolling on Twitter at this point. I'm not paying attention because they've run 20 caution laps
Yeah,
at this point.
As Landon Candle once said. Candle.
Did it again?
No, I said that on purpose because I thought you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I did.
Rule number 1 of
So
stock
while
car
Caleb
racing.
was doom scrolling, I was looking, and I saw that 12 car, that black car going up, and I thought she was trying to go for someone else. And then all of a sudden, I just see her car fly into the air after hitting Landon, destroying her car and the
The whole
whole right side
And
of.
the whole crowd pops up oh!
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
pops, and so I look up from my phone, and she is up in the
Yep.
turn 2 wall.
Yep.
So the first thought through my mind is that she fucking missed him and just arced out into the outside wall. And then Landon comes around in his
Yeah,
car, and the
the whole-
entire fucking side is sheared
It's
off.
gone.
Yeah, and we're like, holy fuck. And so, at this point, I'm thinking that Landon is just gonna go park his car because he's driving it down the pit lane and just run out and just fucking Clint Boyer All-Star race style, just fuck her shit up. And so I get Ben and Rusty down.
Dude, the energy in the crowd was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
It was-
I'm like, come on, we need to go to this side because we need to watch this shit. So as we're walking,
because the 12 parked it at the end of pit road,
Yeah.
and everybody ran down to the
yeah,
end.
and so she parked it at the end of pit road. And while we're standing there watching, waiting for something to happen on track, we notice that people in the stands are standing up and shouting and shit. And we're like, what's going on? And we walk over, and there's a fucking brawl going on in the stands. in the fight, like mosh pit. I don't know what was happening there, but
Was this a spotter stand incident? Or
no,
this is
it's a
opposite.
different incident.
This is
So,
different.
And there was a
Oh,
pretty.
wow.
So before that, we were walking over, and we see Robert Huffman,
somebody was there.
which is Landon's dad.
Yeah.
This is after he got
We could say that.
into his incident, the spotter stand.
After you got stomped.
Yeah, so while we're walking over to turn 3, that's when we see Robert Huffman he's got
Yeah.
like blood all over him.
Dude,
He's-
it broke his nose. He had like blood dripping down either side of his cheek.
yeah,
Like,
we had
his
no idea
nose.
what
Yeah.
happened
Yeah,
other than that
no
he was
clue.
bloody and that he was fucking screaming at
He got
the
sucker
start finish
punched. He
tower.
got cheap shot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I mean, there was so much going on because you have that fight in the stands. So I'm trying to figure out.
And it's
because-
all red flag.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, all red flag, and so I'm.
To the entire world unraveled.
I like
Dude,
I saw
Cody was
somebody
not.
I knew that like knew what happened to start the fight. So I was like trying to get information from him and like talk to him like what the fuck is going on here. And then like we see Rob is just like pissed, and we're like I noticed the blood on it, but I didn't know if it was like already there or something, or like what the fuck was happening. So just so much going on at once.
Dude, it's funny, the Flow broadcast, they were in a replay, like, when she initially, like, yeeted him, and so you don't really see anything live, you just hear the announcer go, ah! You just hear them fucking scream, like, fucking reacting to her, trying to take him out and just destroying both cars.
But we were under a red flag for what, like 30 minutes?
Yeah, it was something like
It was too long.
I don't think I
And-
even realized you guys were at that race. I saw that blowing up on social media. I didn't realize you guys were there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Landon took the high road. Their team, they fixed it up as best as they could. It was crab walking, but he went on track. Everyone screamed when they parked it, where everyone else was parked.
Yeah, the
under
thing that
red
was so
flag.
sick is they took the car since they were in hurry up mode. He never got to park it in Victory Lane for photos. So after all the drama, he took the
Yeah,
winning
after
car.
all the drama, after all the racing, they back up the limited.
Yeah.
in the victory lane.
That was cool. The crowd popped a little bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, after that, I mean, the rest of the race was kind of like a blur. It was just kind of focusing on getting down on.
Yeah, I don't even remember the race finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dude actually that stalled it won the race, because everybody else had just fucking taken themselves out. So we go down on pit lane. Travis is there, so we try to meet up with him, and obviously, like, it's so emotionally loaded down there
Yeah.
because they've just had a race car, like a fast race car, just fucking destroyed for no reason. So obviously everybody down there is pissed. So vibes are a little wonky, and we were just like, all right, we're fucking going back home, and we make our 4th trip in 48 hours to Iron
Now this
Thunder.
is where I was. Now this is where
This is
I was
where
a big
Ben
dick.
big dicked us.
Yes, I was a big dick because they were talking about going to Iron Thunder again, and I thought because it was the 3rd time that they were fucking joking, so I went.
No,
and they
we
were
were
like,
100%
no,
serious.
stop. I'm like, no, we're not stopping. We're going to
It's
the hotel.
right next to the hotel, and
Yeah.
Ben would not drop
like
us
literally we like so there's
You
a
just
stop
walk
like
there
so
instead?
yeah the way we're driving there's a stop sign.
It's a T
you
intersection.
turn
Turn right to Iron
right
Thunder.
to Iron Thunder,
We're-
like literally like less than a quarter
Yeah.
mile down the road, or you go like half a mile down to our hotel. And Ben's like, nope, whips it left.
Blows
and,
the stop sign.
but sport
puts it in
mode,
sport.
you know,
He
it
put
goes
it in
80.
sport mode.
And we're like, what the
Sport
fuck?
mode.
And then so we get out of the car and we're like, we're going to Iron Thunder. And Ben's like, okay, see you later. And we walk to Iron Thunder, and it's like,
Yeah, and
damn,
I
dude.
didn't know. I didn't think that they were serious. I was like, I thought they were all done after going to
I
Wilkesboro
told
and
they were
Hickory.
serious about it.
We were so back, and we got the
So bad.
we got the best service I've ever had in my entire
Yes,
life
yes.
that night.
Yeah, and it's just me
Even
and Rusty.
better than tonight.
It was
Yes,
the
yes.
best service
Okay,
in
okay.
the world.
You didn't like Emma?
Oh,
Tonight?
Come on.
We gotta cut that out. We can't say that.
No! Emma was based.
No, but me and Rusty just sit down, watch the
Instant.
Lakers Nuggets. Yeah, instant service. We get our hog platter, is what it's called, and it's,
so
so it's
we were teasing the hog platter for like every visit.
Yeah, you guys
24/7.
You guys talked about hog platter the whole time. You never ordered it
And,
when I
and
was
Slap
there.
kept saying it's like it's not happening. The hog platter is
It's
dead. It's
dead.
not happening. we're
And
like,
that's
"It's-
why I thought they were joking because they're like, oh yeah, we're going to get the hog platter. We're going to get the hog platter.
Yeah, so we sat down.
We've been talking about that for
Yeah,
48
so-
hours. Still no hog platter.
Yeah.
We
the
get-
hog platter. You
Yeah,
can- you can
we
service on it.
we put in the drink order, get the hog platter. It just comes out like instantly.
fresh,
The-
like new.
The head chef like knew we were coming. Like it was.
Yeah,
it was
and that's
so
another
good.
thing too that lined up. So usually their late night menu starts at 10 o'clock and it goes till when they close at 12. We got there at like 11 something, and she gave us like the full menu, and it was like, yeah,
She
get
gave us
whatever
the
you
full
want.
menu.
And we were like fucking hog platter, and so
For legal reasons, we have to say that Iron Thunder does not sponsor this video. They're just like really mega based.
yeah,
Yeah,
love
mega
Iron Thunder.
based.
Except for the Bud Light shit.
Dude, and it was so good.
That's just catering to their audience, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching
Their audience captured.
I was watching LeBron get his.
Yeah, and so anybody in the
LeBron got
audience,
swept.
LeBron
They
was
swept
getting
his
the
ass.
shit
the
first,
bum.
What a bum.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was in heaven.
Yeah,
It was such a good
So to elaborate on what a hog platter is as well, so it's just like a giant assortment of appetizers that you get. Let's make sure we're still recording.
Yep,
here.
we are.
Good.
I got a timer.
So you get like 6 wings, a chicken or steak quesadilla, and we chose chicken. And then what Rusty and I have dubbed ET fingers.
Mozzarella sticks that are like.
Yeah, they're literally like this.
Holy-
So,
they're 2 feet
Oh my
long.
god, I need those. I
yeah,
need those
so
in my life.
so I pick up
I
an
need those in my
end
life.
of the ET finger, and it just like breaks in half and just like is oozing mozzarella. And we get like a huge assortment of sauces and shit. And me and Rusty, our first deal with the hog platters, we both eat our ET fingers, and then we go in on the chicken quesadilla, and we finish it off with some wings. And had just a great time, great
Did
conversation.
Rusty like actually polish off his wings or leave meat on the bone?
Dude, do you know what that reminds me of?
We didn't even touch them. We brought them back.
Yeah, we brought him back to the hotel for breakfast.
That hog platter sounds eerily similar to
7 a.m.
when me and my buddies back in the early 2010s, I don't know if you guys know, but you go to Applebee's 10 p.m. or later, you get half off appetizers. And for the longest time, they included the appetizer sampler with that deal,
Yep.
which is the mozzarella sticks,
Yep.
the boneless
Yep.
wings, the
Yep.
quesadilla, and then the
Yeah,
spinach and
but these,
artichoke dip.
but these were good, like legit apps.
Yeah, and those are like $11 or $12
No, those
for
are
the
like
sampler.
microwave
but half
garbage.
off. You're
Yeah.
literally getting all that shit for like $5. And dude, I swear I did that like every week with my buddies, and they finally stopped including the sampler in that deal. I think I was the reason for that.
So
I
I'll ask,
exploited them too many times.
did you know beforehand, or did you walk in expecting this the appetizer sampler, and then they were like, yeah, we don't fucking do that anymore?
Yeah, well, one day we just went there, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, that's not included, and my heart got broken, and I was
Never
sad.
went to Applebee's ever again.
Dude, it's been like 10 years. Dude, that killed it for me.
Applebee's, if you are watching this, bring back the appetizer sampler, because you'll have 6 happy
You've
customers.
lost so much business in the last decade.
You've lost, well, like, what is $5 every week for 10 years? Like, that's got to be like $50,000.
Times 52 times 10. 5 times 52 times 10.
I'll
the
do it.
math.
I'll do it. 5 times 52, and that's not even including drinks and shit. That's $2,600 from this one man that y'all missed out on. So do better, Applebee's.
And imagine me plus a bunch of other dudes. That's
Dude,
the business
oh my
you've missed
God,
out
yeah.
on in the past
Yeah.
decade. And you wonder why branches are closing.
Dude, hey, if they're bringing it back, we can't like shit talk them.
No, I'm not shit talking. I want them back.
I'm shit
Come back.
talking them. I don't want the microwave food.
I do.
All
Bring
right,
it back.
so
All right, so now
Saturday
it's now it's Sunday.
No, Saturday night, the Airbnb.
What's the timer?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
tell us
your
about the
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Yeah, so
What's the timer at, by the way?
We got like
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I'm literally just gonna just do it right now.
All right, we'll have a
Brief
keep that-
intermission.
No,
See you
no, no,
later.
no. Just- I'm
DT
just-
chop.
Yeah.
No intermission. I'm literally just gonna hit stop and record right away. Stop.
Why is Cody's
Dude,
camera
Record.
DT's gonna.
Action.
DT's
All
gonna.
right,
murder
there's
you.
the sync. All right,
All right.
continue with the ad.
I bet he's.
Welcome back. All right, slap toast about the Airbnb.
All right, Airbnb Saturday night. Me and the podcast boys. Me, Eric E. Steph. Y'all stop fucking talking about stupid shit. I'm trying to tell a
Dude,
story here.
We're singing Linkin Park.
Yeah, speak up a little bit too.
So,
Hey, don't hit him. Don't hit him.
No abuse on the pod.
Whatever you-
me, Eric E. Steph, and the Iceberg, we all got this Airbnb. Literally, this little tiny log cabin, a shoebox, with like an upper loft, like 2 beds in it, and then one bed on the lower end. Danny B booked it. He was supposed to be there. He wasn't. So it ended up being one bed for each of us. We split it 3 ways. Ended up being like $100 a person for 2 nights.
Not too bad.
Damn.
Dude, it was in Deep Gap, North Carolina. The road getting up there was gravel. Yes.
No.
It was gravel. It was dark as shit. I get up to the end of the driveway. There's 3 houses there. I'm like, which one is it? And I'm like looking around, and I'm like the first person of our group of 3 up there. And I'm like, there 2 of them don't have any lights on, but they have cars up there. 1 does have a car, and the lights are on. And I'm like, man, do I like go up here and like knock on the door, ask somebody like what the deal is?
You're getting shot in Deep Gap, North Carolina.
And then I just like find a place to turn around. I come back down, and then here comes Jarrett. We like rolled down our windows. We're talking to each other. It's like, where is it, dude? Like, I don't know. Like, who has it in their name? Like, Eric does. And we're looking around, and then finally I see like this wooden sign where it has like painted on it, cabins up this way. And he shows me the picture of the Airbnb, and like through the woods I could see this other cabin with the lights on. I was like, that's it up there, all the way up there. So we go through this other sketchy ass gravel driveway. I'm in a Hyundai Elantra, a stick shift, all 1.8 liters of Korean steel, just trying to make it up there. I'm like, I'm trying not to kick up gravel and like fuck up my car, but I'm also trying not to stall it out. And it's just a pain in the ass getting up there. We're hitting potholes and everything. Everything inside the car is getting shook up. We finally get up there, and Eric Estep calls us. He's like, where the fuck is this place? And then we were like, oh, just keep going forward. It's like literally a straight line. You'll see a sign that says cabins this way. Go up there and then come around there, and then get in the parking lot, get in the driveway. We get into the place, code works and all that. As we're like outside, we hear like
Just
I'm like,
wild cattle out.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, bro? And like, I think that was a bullfrog, bro. I think there's a pond out there because it's dark as shit. We can't see anything. And then we just lock all the doors. We just go about our business, go to sleep, and wake up that morning, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Little pond, goats,
I
cows.
saw the pictures. It looked like a beautiful
Yeah.
place.
Cows and like the little pastures. There's other cabins and stuff, and we go outside and we find that every cabin has its own name, and our cabin was called Daddy's Paradise.
No.
And so then we're like, yeah, let's go to Daddy's Paradise. Come on, Daddy. We're just like messing with each other, and that night we decided to go on a beer run. We're like, where are we going? Like, we're going to the Circle K 10 miles away.
Oh, no.
And so we got like some shitty beer. Like, it was like a month out of date or whatever. But we stayed up just talking shit all night, and ended up going to the race on Sunday. And that was when we had the credential debacle, and I had to like then we're trying to get up there and go to the green lot where Eric has a parking pass. And I'm like, well, you got to go by the IGA so I can get my credentials. And they're like, the fuck is an IGA? Because it's like a North Carolina grocery chain.
No, they have IGAs in Ohio as well.
Oh, they do?
So it must be regional, but
Okay, yeah. So they're like, well, we don't have any in South Carolina, but like we're Brushy Mountain Grocery IGA, and then like we find it and we go over there, and I like walk up to the credential hall, and I like turn back around, and I'm like, boys, it's over. It's so over. They're like, what? It was like, we're here at 11 because the parking lots open up at 11. Credentials don't open up until noon. And luckily, like at 11:45, there was already a line going, so they just opened it up anyway, which was good for them. Get credentials, finally get up to the
I
track.
think we were
like,
still sleeping.
Yeah, you can't get into the track until 1:30. I was like, why do you have credentials open at noon? Why? And the green lot that we have to go to, like, you had to go
Other side of the highway?
other side of the track, other side of the highway, do this big loop around. Some
yeah, because the
dudes-
roads are closed to Wilkesboro, so you have to
do,
go
like,
all the way out
like
to the
park
highway.
in some dude's cow pasture that SMI rented.
Yeah.
And then they give you on a tram, and then you go in on the tram, and then you get dropped off at this lot, and they're like, yeah, come back to this lot There would be trams after the race. It'll take you back up there, which it was a 2-mile walk if you wanted to do that. But kind of skipping ahead here about not talking about the race because were you going to talk about the race? There's nothing to talk about. Just
Kyle Larson's the GOAT.
yeah, Kyle Larson's the GOAT.
Imagine driving through the field twice and people still say it's like,
oh, it's because I'm tired.
Dude, when he was
NASCAR
driving
money.
through the field from last place,
It was
that
hot.
was
It was
hot.
hot, yeah.
Like that's what the first I don't know, you want to call it a stage.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
first
or
stage
segment.
was great.
Segment.
Yeah, the segment was great. Second segment is boring as fuck.
Yeah, but that was the race and all that.
Yeah.
dude,
Then came trying to get back to the trams. You want that? The only thing I can, the only way I can explain to what trying to get on these trams and buses that they brought in. Do you remember the first Hunger Games movie where they had the cornucopia in the middle and like everybody rushed to get as many weapons as they could and like kill each other?
Yeah.
That was trying to get onto these trams that came through. At one point, there's like 2 people there trying to like marshal everybody in the
Pitch black darkness.
in the darkness, and like trying to marshal people with like lights and stuff. Like make way for the trams. The people are in the way. The tram stops. People get on the tram, and there's people like around the way where the trams are supposed to stop.
was
And
like
they're
a-
like booing and cussing and giving
Dude,
them
it's
the
like an
finger.
Animal Planet.
It was
to
like a
get through.
zombie film.
That is this whole weekend was animal. This is
Yeah,
the
this
Animal
whole weekend's
Planet
Animal Planet.
universe.
Yeah, I think that was the opening segment.
Yeah,
pretty much.
this is the podcast is Animal Planet.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's like getting on there and everything, and I
They're
realized,
on
like,
the roof.
dude, the trams were pulled by a pickup truck. People were piling in the back of the pickup truck.
Jesus Christ.
I got pushed out of the way by a 50-year-old woman, and I'm like trying to get up there, and I'm like, oh, we're not doing this like neat and orderly. I gotta push too. So I'm sitting like next to this like 50-year-old woman or 20-year-old like daughter, just like crammed in their shoulder to shoulder with my backpack and cooler and
It's
everything.
like us in the back seat today.
And yeah, it was just awful. We finally get the trams are all backed up, trying to like drop people off and everything because all these freaking idiots don't realize like, all right, get off and like don't block the way.
Well, it's their first cup race in
cross
27
the road.
years.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But as they get off, they like get in the way of the trams trying to go outbound. And they're also not listening to the cops, so they're just like going across the road like willy-nilly. So the other trams can't come into like the drop-off area. There's all these buses, these long lines and everything. Nothing says whether you're going to blue lot or green lot. There's a massive fucking line of people that had no idea they were going to the wrong lot. And I like get up to Eric Estep and Jarrett's car, and they're lights on inside the cab. And they look at me and they're like, yeah, what took you so long, dude? And I was like, dude, you have no fucking clue. You have no idea. Because they were up in, like, the Benny Parson
Oh my god.
grandstand.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, with, like, 5 to go, they made their way down and then out. And then they got caught the first tram
Well, that's
way
nice.
out. And so they made it quick. And they had no cell phone signal. Like, dude, we're about to leave you for dead. Like, you better fucking not.
Dude. And,
Yeah, do you want to tell about our experience?
Yeah, I was-
Because it
I
was,
was just
way
about-
smoother.
Well, before we touched on that, I did just want to say there was a ratio of just stupid like race fans that were there, like just
Darfs.
yeah,
Dumbass race
big
fans.
Darf
Yep.
energy there, where like they were just like walking along. So because we were trying to get to, it was right after we picked up our credentials on Saturday, and we were trying to get there over again to the backstretch to cross over into the infield. And they're just like, they're golf
flexing.
carts trying to get by and shit, and just like not a care in the world, just walking like so slow. And we're like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, right in the middle of the path where the golf carts are supposed
But
to be.
I will say,
Getting out on
Yeah.
Sunday was legit.
not even Sunday. So again, like Saturday, because we left early, like we didn't deal with any traffic that way.
Blasted, because you ain't gonna be getting out.
Oh, yeah,
quickly on
for
Sunday
Indy.
this weekend.
But yeah, so Sunday, so we pull up and it's the same. It's like the same.
Brought
We
a
were
chair.
scoping the same lot that we parked in
Yeah.
on Saturday because we
Essentially
had
the same spot.
such a good experience there.
You know, this was a different slot.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's essentially the
yeah.
same
Yeah,
spot.
so we noticed that they increased the prices. So literally, like on the road, Rusty like whips a Yui, and we go back to the other one, and it's like what was it, like $25?
Yeah, the place that was
35.
$50 the Saturday was like $35 or $25
So we
on
spent
Sunday.
60 in
55.
total.
It was 55 in total.
Oh yeah, 55 in total.
25
for,
and 30.
for 2 days of parking, whereas NASCAR parking would have been 180.
Yeah, and so getting out of the track. So everybody that was in the green and blue lot again, and you heard the entire story. Like getting to those lots was just Animal Planet. Dude, literally, we walked out of the track, followed the haulers out. So all the green and blue lots, they're channeling to one side of the track,
Yeah.
and then everybody else, they're channeling one other way. So we walk along traffic, we cut through, we get into our spot. Nobody's in our lot because we stayed a little late after the
Like
cup
half
race.
hour, yeah.
Yeah.
We get back there, literally turn on the car, get out, a cop waves us out, and we're free.
We're already on the highway.
Yep.
Literally, it was like literally like
It was like 10
It was
minutes.
probably
10
the-
minutes
Yeah,
Yeah,
track.
if you were at the
out.
independent lots on Speedway Drive on the turn 3, turn 4
Yeah,
side
yeah,
of the track,
yeah.
dude, it was so on Saturday. It was so fucking easy. Like I literally went out, took a right hand turn immediately on Highway 421.
Yep.
Yeah,
heading back to the
That was
Airbnb.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
and I was especially worried about parking. Like we were planning, like I was thinking like maybe we would stay like an hour and a half afterwards because traffic was going to be so bad that we just wouldn't want to fuck with it. But I mean, it was legit. Like I've never been out of a cup race that fast.
That was the fastest
Yeah.
ever for a cup race.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying like it's the best like track experience overall that we
Yeah.
that I had.
And again, a lot of
Yeah.
that is subject to change just
Yeah.
because this is the first time they've run there in 30 years. So I mean, maybe next year it's a different story. But I'll say for this year, I mean, it was fucking like legit.
Also, the food prices. The food
Yeah.
prices were like cheap.
Yeah, it was like $3 glizzy.
Toss me Buckers.
I think I got like 6
Want 'em?
glizzies
Toss
all
me
weekend.
Buckers.
Yeah, $3 glizzies, $7 cheeseburger. You can get nachos for $6. Beer wasn't.
Dude,
Too
nachos should have
bad.
been 4, not gonna lie. I would have crushed them.
I also gotta ask, one as a segue to my Animal Planet, so I go in, and two because I'm genuinely curious. What were the bathrooms like?
Bathrooms are, I would say, for a place that didn't exist a year ago. It
There's
was
no
pretty
no
decent.
trough like there's individual
Yeah,
urinals.
so I didn't go in the grandstand
dividers.
bathroom.
I think
Bad.
I used porta potties.
Yeah, the grandstand
Yeah.
bathroom. So how it had set up was they had like a plumbing tube that went down at an angle. So there was one like urinal that would flush, and then everything else was non-flushable that would go down the same tube and
Okay.
out.
Interesting. I will say media center. So again, I think a lot of that is because they've reinvested a lot into it and they've completely like redone the infield. The media center bathroom, or the main bathroom for the infield was, I mean, it was sweet. I mean, sinks were in great condition, toilets, urinals, all that kind of stuff. It didn't smell bad, anything like that.
Yeah,
Mostly there's a lot
yet.
of porta potties. They
Caleb
have,
didn't
like,
have
Yeah.
a chance to destroy it.
No, that was Iron Thunder.
I gotta say that the infield felt modern for the most part.
Yes.
It felt
Yeah.
modern.
Yes.
Yeah, Iron Thunder had the worst bathroom.
Oh my
of the
god, we
weekend.
forgot to talk about the
The
bathroom.
worst bathroom in the entire world.
Yeah.
So Iron Thunder has like a lot of like diamond iron plate like around, as
the
like,
urinal
motif,
and all that. Yeah.
as a motif throughout the whole building, and then like you go into like the bathroom, and like it's all rusty from the piss, like the acidic piss that gets like on the iron
But-
plates.
It's
Just-
And the smell.
It's-
Yeah,
smelled.
and
Yeah.
Ben wasn't even there for the worst of the
yeah.
smell.
You missed the
wasn't.
dude.
So we went in there.
They-
Literally,
they have a door that blocks the hallway to the bathroom. It smells so bad.
and you literally like open that door and it's like a little cheap air freshener.
It's like an airlock. You have to go
Yeah,
through an
and then,
airlock
like,
before you get in there, and then you're
It
like,
fucking
"Ugh."
like it smells so bad, and then you get into the like actual bathroom itself, and it's even worse. Like
It's-
I couldn't even breathe in
So-
there; it was so bad.
It was worse than like Road America on a Sunday in 100-degree heat. Like
Tell a story about Saturday night when you were there.
when they had the door open.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had the door to the actual like bathroom open, like just shut, like stood open. Me and Rusty went and got a table, and we were like, "Why does this smell
It
like
just
shit out
wafted
here?"
straight-
Yeah, just straight bathroom fumes headed like straight toward. Like you didn't even smell like the fried food because I mean you know how like a bar smells,
No.
and it was just like straight shit. It was so bad.
Still the best night of my life, though.
Yeah, what's our time at?
Yeah, Cody, you got to check that.
13 minutes.
We're good.
Run it back.
Oh, we're good.
Refresh it.
All right, so after all that mess, it is Monday. It is time to drive.
Did we even
up
talk
here
about the
to
cup
Indy.
race?
There was Bucky in Kentucky.
Hold on.
Dude, there was a Buc-ee,
Hold on.
Kentucky.
Before we get too far ahead of the timeline, and while we're still on the subject of bathrooms, I was at 34 Raceway at Iowa on Saturday night. I encountered one of the most janky bathrooms I've seen in quite a while.
Was there a piss bench?
If you go to the podcast channel on Discord and look at general, I
And
posted
DT
two
will have
pictures.
this up for you guys.
And yeah,
Oh my god.
it was shower curtains for the bathroom stall doors, and there was two stalls in particular where one of the dividers was just non-existent. So it was just two toilets just side by side.
That's a Hall of Fame bathroom. We'll put it in the Hall of Fame.
That's when me and Rusty are over there.
Dude, yeah, who the fuck is like shitting next to each other?
That's when me and Rusty are right next to
This
each
is
other.
banned
We'd
in
be
the
like,
IGA.
There was like 6 stalls, and the door
the
for
hog
all of them was
plate.
literally just these black shower curtains. It's literally just these black shower
Bloomin'
curtains.
onion
my
hog
God.
plate double header. We're gonna hold our hands while we shit our brains.
Was there any other
Cover us in the
animal
shower.
behavior that you experienced?
Honestly, not too much, but when I saw those bathrooms, I had to fucking
God.
snap that. I was like, yo, there's just 2 toilets just side by side, just a dual.
That's
Oh,
probably. That's one of
Should we
the.
touch them?
Nah, no, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
you guys can high five while you're taking a dump on those 2 toilets.
No, we hold
Hey, can you
hands.
pass me a roll? Hold on. We.
Yeah, I'm out of toilet paper. Can you?
Dude, those toilets are close together. You can like hug each other. That could be a Jackass sketch.
Yeah.
Synchronized pooping.
They've probably already done that, knowing those guys.
Poo cocktail supreme.
All right. So Monday, slap hose your drive up here.
Drive was fine. I had to have plans to go by Skyline Chili.
Oh
You know,
God.
that's
I want some Skyline chili.
It's still on the docket.
yeah, that was like my thing because I knew Rusty was just like, oh no.
No,
but-
you do not want Skyline chili.
Yeah, it's mega
No,
based.
we're
You
gonna
should try
We're
it.
gonna force feed this.
But I'm
want some
like
Skyline.
got this idea like as soon as I get like in northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area, I'm gonna get myself some Skyline chili, couple for the road, bring them into the Airbnb. No, there was Bucky in Kentucky, Richmond, Kentucky.
They had signs like 120 miles out for Bucky.
yeah,
in Kentucky.
100. It was like 121 miles coming up, and then it was like 102 miles, 91 miles, 88. 64. There it is. Bucky in Kentucky.
They had a Bucky in Kentucky.
And we got big buckers.
Big buckers.
He likes to.
Now it's not the
sit
big buckers
there.
that you wanted.
Well,
No, yeah, they have like a life-size buckers that's like 4 times the size of this one, but he's not for sale.
Really? Aw. Not for sale.
I feel like I do need to mention.
Every buckers has his price though. I'll get one. When
How are you gonna tease a giant life-size buckers and have them not be for sale?
That's the point. It's to tease.
No one likes a tease.
Look at him.
Dude, have you touched Cody? Have you touched him yet?
He's plush. He's
He's
soft.
touch
super
him.
soft.
I was just
Soft.
cuddling him a little bit ago. I know.
Can I
he's-
cuddle him again, please?
No, Caleb, you'll do inappropriate things.
Caleb
I
here.
would never.
Have a white.
No, don't give it
No!
to Caleb,
I
dude.
dude, I just want
No,
Oh,
it.
that was a
No.
good interception. That was like a Troy Polamalu one-handed interception.
Buckers stays here. Just let him be. Let him sit in peace.
Vibing.
He's endured enough.
Do the hands behind the head again.
Oh yeah, the legs
Yeah.
crossed, hands behind the head.
If you don't
Perfect.
give me Bucky's, I'm up.
Let's all get in that pose for the thumbnail.
If you got to take a shit,
Hey, get in that pose. Hands behind the head,
I don't
legs
know if I can-
crossed. For the thumbnail.
Hey, hands behind head.
Mm.
Hands behind head.
He doesn't want to conform to us normies.
I've been getting big dick for like 3 straight days, dude.
so-called free thinkers where they're told to do the Buc-ee pose.
I'm gonna check the recording
Just
mic.
turn into NPC.
We got 9 minutes.
Oh my god, just refresh it, bro.
Yeah, let's go and refresh it now.
Yeah, we're about done anyway.
All right, we're back. So Slap just finished talking about his.
What the fuck is that?
Can I say Buc-ee? What is that?
What is that? Is
Teach
that
me how to Buc-ee. Teach me how to
fuck?
Buc-ee.
You're just eating olives?
You found them? They were in the fridge.
With fucking cheese?
No!
Pimento stuffed olives.
No, it's feta cheese stuffed olives.
Oh, really?
Slap Strip. That was Slap Strip. He went to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, we went to Bucky's in Kentucky's. We got Big Buckers, we got strawberry banana jam, and people in Kentucky don't know how Bucky's work.
Yeah, Kentucky cannot handle the Buc-ee.
Slap got the major Buc-ee's drip.
What do you mean they can't handle Buc-ee?
They drive like idiots. They walk through the store like they've never been inside of a Bucky's before.
Probably because they've never had.
They don't know how a roundabout works.
Yeah.
It's just people in
Saw
Indy.
somebody hop the curb in the middle of the roundabout and just drive straight through.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Cody, Kentucky cannot handle the Buc-ee.
You can go to the Richmond, Kentucky.
Someone hopped a roundabout.
You can go to the Richmond, Kentucky roundabout on the exit of Bucky's. You will see a skid mark that goes straight over the paved section of the roundabout.
You know, we have like the shopping cart theory. I feel like the Kentucky Buc-ee could weed out some people.
Yeah, so if you don't return your shopping cart to the rack, you don't deserve the right to vote. I think if you can't handle
A roundabout.
The roundabout exit at a Bucky's, you should have your Bucky's taken away.
Amen.
Like, even if idiots in Florence, South Carolina, the biggest knuckle-dragging area of the fucking state, can figure out how the exit of the roundabout works over there, then Kentucky, you inbred sister fucking idiots.
Jesus
They had 2 hours to figure it out, and then they get there and they fuck it.
Because Richmond's in the middle of nowhere.
It looks like
There was like literally just rolling past. It looked like a fucking Windows XP like desktop, and then there's just a Bucky's in the middle
they
of it.
created the city just for Buc-ee's.
There are more cows there than people.
Because the whole exit infrastructure and like the system, it just you exit to the right with the light. Then there was that roundabout and like Snake Road in that like it was all set up for Buc-ee's.
Yeah, but yeah, Bucky's in Kentucky, pretty base, but also kind of cringe.
Yeah, big cringe. They got to rescind the Buc-ee in Kentucky.
I gotta take it away.
Is it officially time for Drip or Drown?
No,
We're not doing those segments.
We're
It's
not
over.
doing any
It's
segments.
all Animal
Yeah.
Planet.
What
It's
else?
all Animal Planet. There is
We'll
nothing
do
but Animal
We'll do the
Planet.
segments next week. So fan mail,
Yeah.
send them in next week.
Do we want to talk about our indie experience so far?
I would like to.
You
Oh,
guys playing
you wanna talk about
Zelda?
Emma?
That's been the whole
No,
experience.
I do want to touch real fast because there's no way I'll fucking remember it next week if I'm on. Is driving up with Ben and listening to like 12 hours of Dungeons and Dragons all the way up.
Yeah, you had no choice. You
Yeah, dude, I was like, hey, let's play music, Ben, and he was like, Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I did not do that. I just said that's what we're going to listen to.
It's the same thing. Is that
Potato,
not what he just said?
Potato, potato.
But anyway, it's a comedy podcast. I don't know if
I
Caleb
will-
liked it.
after like
I will-
3 hours.
No, I will
Caleb was
say-
sort of like, hey,
No. So for the first like 6 episodes, which are like an hour each, and then the setup episode's like 2 hours, so we're like 7 fucking hours into
God, I would
Dungeons and Dragons.
just jump out the car at that
No,
point.
I will say I started to come around on it at the end, and then once we got to Ben's place, we watched a few videos. And
Yeah, it's called Stockholm Syndrome.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he's just gaslit me.
Yeah.
Like,
Once you've been tortured for long enough, you eventually like to.
It puts
you
the
eventually become
lotion on its
connected.
skin, or else it gets the Dungeons and Dragons again.
But yeah, it's the Adventure Zone. If anyone doesn't know what it is, it's the McElroy brothers. They do my brother, and me as well. But yeah, it's a comedy D&D podcast. I think it's good.
Yeah, Ben's place too is like legit. Like obviously,
Yeah,
I won't
he's got
get
a
into
good spot,
details,
yeah.
but he has like an entire he has 2 different setups.
Say his
Giveaway
address
we-
while I'm on the
address.
podcast.
Dude, we
Social security number.
the
so-
whole house is
yeah, it's
smart.
If anybody, so the songs, I don't know if we're gonna be even using them this week, but like fan mail, for example, like the intro, Ben has like concocted it from scratch. So he pulled up like the project file for me, and like we went through it, And I swear to God, like we like built up to it like one instrument at a time,
Yeah,
or just like listening to him, and I was like, that's cool. And then he played it all together. Fucking like house started shaking, like send in your fucking mail. Like woke up the neighbors, like everything. It was, dude, it was so cool. And we watched a movie about.
It was so cool. Woke up the neighbors.
Yeah, dude.
Well, he has a full studio setup. Like,
Yeah. And then we went back downstairs. We watched a movie about, it was a bunch of like IMSA, IndyCar, and NASCAR like engineers back in like the 90s. They did like a press conference a few years ago, and we watched like just different like tricks about exploiting stuff. That was really cool. And then at like 11:30, I got on the sim rig, and it's legit because it's like the entire like sim seat, and you got like the like everything, and it's called like a butt shaker.
It has a butt kicker. On it.
Butt kicker.
Yep.
And dude, got in the Gen 4 car at Atlanta, and like again woke up the fucking neighbors at 11:30. Just
Because
like,
that thing rumbles. Like
Yeah,
that was
dude.
the one that I was afraid we
Dude,
would get noise complaint on.
You got rid of your VR headset though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dude, I tried the same setup with like a VR headset. Dude, I was like fucking blown away. My mind was fucking.
the VR might have blown my mind.
I'd never tried a Fanatec wheel. I'd never tried a butt
the
kicker. and
Fanatec wheel too, yeah.
And I'd never tried VR, and I tried it all at once. And
I will say, Big Dick Ben
It's like
at
me
it
going to the
again.
Matrix for
I
the
was
first
doing
time.
I was doing my first lap, and I so at home I don't have a clutch pedal, so I wanted to like immerse myself, like just like full clutch down, make it feel like I was actually driving the car. Got it into first, got up on the banking in turn one in Atlanta, and Ben was like, "You don't need to use the clutch, by the way. Just like drop the throttle." And I was like, "Dude, like let me."
I was just giving you a helpful tip.
the big dicking was started before you realized it.
Dude, he's been big dicking me, like controlling my life for the last 4 or 5 days. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna fucking revolt soon. Like Ben's gonna like tomorrow he's gonna say, "Let's go do something." I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you, Ben!" Like just die.
That's gonna be the name of the episode, isn't it?
Big Dick
Dick
Ben.
Ben.
That might be.
With an asterisk for the I, just so it's censored enough for the
Big
YouTube's sake.
Ben's
I don't know. I feel like there needs to be allusion to Iron Thunder in there somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I think our trip was fine up until we hit construction in Indy.
Yeah. So I'm not allowed to drive Ben's car, so I just was like a little passenger princess the whole time, just sitting in the passenger seat the whole time, and slept for a while and listened to a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons, and Ben got the rest of it.
Yep. I will say that the highways going from
So fucking boring.
Ohio, like mid-Ohio through to Indy,
Great.
fucking
No.
sucks
No.
ass.
Crap.
Great.
It is
Fucking
flat.
trash.
It is never ending.
It's great. You can just go cruise and
Oh,
just
I
chill.
hate it. I was
In
going
the
to fall
mountains, you're coming up on sebis, going like 50 different. Like, dude,
There's nothing for me to do. Like going from Hickory up to Canton, where I live, it's like you go through West Virginia, the Turnpike. You go through all the mountains.
country road.
You deal with all the stupid
Take me
semi
home.
trucks. But no, you go mid Ohio. It is flat farmland.
yeah, you can just
It
cruise.
looks like the same
No,
for 6
dude.
hours.
It's
Yeah,
the best.
It sucks.
It lulled me to sleep, and I'd been up for like 10 hours at that point. Like I was
it
passed
You fell asleep
Terrible.
from 5 waters earlier.
I did
Passed
pass
out from 5 waters and
6
3
waters.
lemonades.
I didn't pass out for that long.
You taken care of.
It's true. We did.
Isn't that right,
We did harass you away.
What? I was
Isn't that
thinking
right,
about
Rusty?
So now we're up at the Indy. Do you guys want to talk about what we did today?
Bowling,
Oh, bowling, yeah.
bowling and mini golf.
Dude, that was so much
Rusty
fun.
and Ben in particular, they got the spin technique down like fucking
Yeah.
like pros. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. They just come out ripping it. Just fucking it's like going right to the edge and then just fucking spinning right back to the center.
Dude, Rusty had the time of his life. He bowled 2 148s.
He's already like passive
It
aggressive
was
shit.
great.
Well, so I started off slow, and I'm like, we can't let Ben win, so I had to like start getting sweaty.
Yeah, he
and
looked at
laser
me. He
focused.
looked at me like we met eyes. And he was like if Ben wins this, then there's no stopping his dick. Like it's just swinging the rest of the
big
week.
dick Ben universe at that point.
Because
Yeah.
Ben wasn't just spinning the ball; he was doing that two-handed spin lefty, and we're like, we can't allow this. Right
But the
now.
issue was that the lanes were so dry that when I was doing that, it was just going into the
lanes were
gutter
so
on the
dry.
right
The
hand
lanes are
side.
so dry.
Yeah. So the lanes were super dry. The ball didn't have the proper spin technique in it.
No,
Dude,
I did completely fuck it, and Rusty did a hell of a job.
We had a surprisingly good pizza too. I think.
Yeah.
That was a good piece.
That was a
Mini
surprisingly.
golf.
Yeah, we did 36 holes of mini golf.
That was
today.
fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was good for our older folks because my little Zoomer brain, like I think like 20
Your
holes in.
TikTok addled fucking
I
Adderall.
was-
Every
was
3
full
holes,
brain.
Caleb would just like.
He would just
Yeah,
go.
I just fucking like driver it into the fucking lake.
Who won that mini golf? By the way?
Okay.
Dude, okay, you're good at one fucking thing
Yeah,
in your
that's-
entire fucking life.
And he rubbed it in the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, I've been playing for like 30
yeah,
years."
man, I played for 30 years.
We got the receipts.
Oh my.
Hey,
do.
30 years of practice went into beating us in mini golf by 2
got-
goddamn
Yeah, like 2
strokes.
strokes
Hey,
over 36 holes.
Seethe. I'm better than the Shrimps at one thing, and they're having a meltdown.
By 2 strokes.
No,
Seethe.
no, we're having a meltdown because you're like you're
Cody,
bidding
Cody,
it.
I know your street address. I have fertilizer. I will take your ass out.
No.
There's police back there. They're coming for you, Slap.
Not before I can get to
I made you
Milwaukee.
But yeah, it was fun. The games were actually pretty close. Like, I think I tied with Rusty for third, and then I tied with Slap
Yeah,
for second.
I
the
will
second
say
time.
the courses had a lot more variation than I was expecting out of like mini golf. Like I was expecting to just go like boop a ball into a hole. But there were like you literally had to think about it because there were like bumps, and then there was one where like it had like a creek built into it that you would just fucking like lose your ball in, and I lost it in there twice.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got the water feature a couple
To your
times.
credit, we did 36 holes. The top 3 were separated by 5 strokes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the fucking time of our life.
Dude, I love the ones that are curved and they have like banking on the side. You can just,
Dude,
like,
yeah, the
rip
rip the top. Yeah, we were doing Larson line with the golf ball.
Did we each get a hole in one?
Yeah, all of us got a
I think
hole
I
in
got
one.
like 3 or 4.
Dude,
Not
Rob-
Dude,
bad.
I think I had the best shot behind the rock.
Dude,
Oh,
that was
Slap
sick.
had the shot of
Yeah.
the day.
When you
Yeah.
did the Larson line, it came down, bounced, and then went like backwards towards the hole and went in. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, so, yeah, there was one where
was
you
a
had to
second
you had to
shot.
bank it right into the hole. Like so, Slap went for the hole in one, and there's a rock right behind the actual hole itself. So he got like in the boonies behind this rock, fucking hits it. It curves off, hits the bump, and then hits
Comes
the rock.
down, hits the
yeah,
rock.
and then does like a 90-degree turn straight into the hole. And like we thought it was gonna be like a 4-stroke effort, and he did it in 2.
He did 2. It was amazing. That was the best shot. Even if that wasn't the hole in one,
I
that
think
was
the
best
turning
shot.
point of the day was the rock bussy hole.
Yeah.
It was like double cheeks.
Yeah, the pussy hole.
Yeah, it was like
mastered the
uphill. You had to get it
Russie.
like just perfect and like get it between the 2 cheeks, and it was like a perfect hole in one at that point.
Dude, I went first and just.
Yeah,
I
so the
mastered the
tournament,
Russie.
the tournament is on the line, and me and Caleb were trying to jinx this idiot.
The whole fucking time.
He was so cocky, and we're like, "You're gonna fucking choke this."
Hey,
Nah, he went right
I'm good at
between
one
the
thing. I'm
cheeks.
trying to bask in it. That's all I've got.
Yeah, he nailed the.
It's all I've got. I nailed the Russie.
This mini golf is all I have left.
He split those cheeks.
It just was slow mo too, just right between the fucking.
Yeah,
the
it was like watching it was like watching a the Super Bowl pass. You know, any hope that you had
Yeah.
of winning the game,
Yeah,
just in
Just
slow motion, you
evaporate.
could just see it dissipate right in front of you.
right between the cheeks.
Like a passing turd, just like.
It was Gopher.
Yeah, we scoped out. There's a go-kart place right next door we might hit up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then we went to dinner, and dinner was fucking fire today. Had a great
Hibachi,
time.
baby.
Yeah, we went to a hibachi grill, and I think collectively we dropped like $350 or $400.
Chewy gave them so much business.
I think I wiped out 2 different species of fish.
I gave them.
Slap got the.
Can we post the boat picture
We got
in
the.
the
We
channel?
got the boat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
The boat full of
Yeah.
sashimi on it.
They got 70 of my dollars for my $50 check. See, fucking.
Cody choked on like a $20 drink in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Caleb went through like 8.
Dude, well, I
drinks.
ordered a second drink, but they took like 15 minutes to bring it to me, and it was by the time we were getting our checks.
15 minutes.
And then they're like, hey, and Caleb just said jokingly, he's like, "Hey, chug it." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll chug it." And it was surprisingly easy to chug. So I was like, "Oh, that thing went down like fucking water." And then the waitress was like, "Oh, you drank that pretty fast."
Yeah, I will say we were kind of fucking animals because so again after like we went in there straight after 36 hole like just sitting in the sun. It was hot.
Animalistic competitive.
Yeah,
mini
so
golf
we were
session.
like, I can't speak for everybody else, but I was fucking parched. So I got a pink lemonade and a water, and I was just sitting there like, before we got food or service or anything, she literally like asked us what we wanted. And I think like she hadn't even brought out their beers yet, and I was already done with one pink lemonade.
Dude, you went through 3 drinks before, like, we went through 10 minutes.
3 pink lemonades and 5 waters.
It was 6
All
waters.
together.
I went through 6 waters.
Dude, I had 5 waters, and I thought I was parched. He had 3 more beverages than I did.
He also ordered his steak like.
Oh my god, it was
extra
rare.
raw.
Dude, okay, yeah.
Dude, they
so,
put it on the fucking grill for like all of 10
They were-
seconds.
Yeah, and
And
then he's
then,
like, you want
alright, here
teriyaki on it? And I was like, fuck yeah. But it was so weird because, yeah, so he was like, how do you want your steak
I
cooked?
forgot we got
And
the
everybody
food
else,
down
yeah, everybody else said medium, and I said I want it rare, and he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I bit into this fucking steak, and it was literally like still cold on the inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was so good though. I loved it. It was great.
That's like when I had beef sushi over in Japan. Like
Dude,
you
it's
like bite
fucking
into
rain.
it's
you
gonna
bite
rain.
into it, and it's still a little bit cold on the inside, still bleeding, and it's
It's so good.
I feel like a caveman.
Yeah, let's try to wrap this up soon before a hurricane.
Yeah, before the
tornado comes in and
Yeah.
we can't hear shit on the microphone.
But what do you think the name of the podcast should be?
Oh, are we done?
Are we done?
Yeah.
That's it. We
We've
are
been
caught
going
up.
like
I
an
guess we're done.
We are caught up to all the way through today.
We're not gonna do any segments.
Big
Nah,
Dick
we
Ben.
can do that next week.
It's Big Dick Ben.
Dude, literally, like, we haven't talked any of this through with drive-through, and Ben's like, nah, we're doing it next week. His ego's just too inflated.
What about like Big Ben and Iron Thunder?
Big Iron Thunder Dick Ben.
Big Dick Ben strikes in the
We can't have
Thunderbolt.
Wait,
Dick in the title.
Big D Ben.
Big ol' Ben versus Iron Thunder. Okay. What if we do, why is everybody staring at me? Somebody else chip in shit.
North Wilkesboro
I've
Hunger
look-
Games.
I've given like 3 suggestions.
No, it's gotta be like Big Dick Ben something.
I did like the Hunger Games bit.
It's just Big Dick Ben.
No, what about like,
No.
we need like hog platter in there.
No.
E.T. fingers.
We didn't sell it as good as we could have. It was like non-stop.
Maybe we just call it Big Dick Ben. Maybe that's
Big D Ben
Alright,
for the
Big
title.
D Ben.
Big D Ben. Shrimp Hours
Drive-through
45.
can decide it.
Drive-through, no balls, Big Dick Ben. Shrimp Hours 45.
Alright. See you next week.
Are we fading out right now?
No.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, boys?
Let's go play Zelda.
Let's play. Oh,
No,
sumo?
no, dude, we gotta
Sumo?
play Mario Party.
Sumo. We got
Mario
sumo.
Party. Mario Party.
No, yeah, let's play Mario Party. Fuck it.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go watch.
I got like 3 fresh battery packs right here. Going
Dude, I'm gonna fucking put a fresh battery pack in your goddamn asshole.
don't threaten me with a good time.
Dude, is this mic still recording?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.